This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Bet Rivers. Claim your risk-free bet up to $500 over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betrivers. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betrivers. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time tickets make the perfect holiday gift. Download the Game Time app today and use promo code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase.
Hey, this is Jeremy Roenick, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Hello, friends.
Hello, indeed. We are here talking college basketball picks with Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
Life's good. Just watch some, I don't know, some nice stuff on the interwebs of just maybe a construction worker just getting blasted by a beam.
No CT there,
Sean.
No CT
Sean,
there.
as you know, Colby's favorite pastime is right as we're starting the show.
Yeah, start surfing the web for some head trauma clips. Oh, look at this guy got hit by a 18-wheeler. Oh, what? They allow 18-wheelers?
Yeah,
That's
a good point. Never thought of it like that.
They haven't outlawed cars. Cars crash into people's heads all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Are we really going to give human beings that much credit? Get the fuck out of here. Right?
Just pretty much summed it up. Nothing to add to that.
Awesome Monday Night Football game. Shout out to the Bengals covering the spread, winning outright, and Kramer hitting on Jake Browning anytime touchdown, 11-1, 12-1. That was a sweet cash.
Yeah, certainly. Once again, quarterback priced as if they don't have the ball in their hands on every play.
Yes, and if Dearness Johnson just gets 2 touchdowns, I cash a 600-1. So got close there.
Feel like we got lied to by the Jags organization.
Yeah, what was they? I don't know. I mean,
let's just add them to the list with Adam Thielen. Liars.
You're really still mad at Adam Thielen.
He lied right to our face, right there. He said, "Oh, we're going to work something out with the Vikings." Bam! Right to the Panthers.
Maybe he thought they were, and maybe the Panthers left him hanging around.
All right. Well, someone lied.
Well, I mean, the real reason why you can be honest, the real reason why you hate Adam Thielen.
Too Caucasian?
Well, no, he's from Minnesota State, which is what D2. So I mean,
I do like that. I like the story.
You don't like FCS or D2 players, you know?
I like the story of how he wasn't invited to the combine because he was a white receiver, and then he overcame adversity. Much like Michigan, found his way to the NFL.
Wayne Corbett did share recently on social media that the Eagles blocked him. He sent a letter to the Eagles saying, "I'd really like to try out for your team," and they basically wrote him a letter saying, "No, you're not any good." Sean, your comments?
We learned that lesson with Vince Papale.
Don't doubt Vince Papale. Don't doubt Adam Thielen.
Who was the head coach then? That might have been Ray Rhodes. Ray Rhodes didn't. He was like, no.
Sounds like something. I gave a young Sean Green gave Ray Rhodes a fist pound while he was walking off the field.
Ray Rhodes don't mess with no devils.
There we go.
Oh, he had a lot of who's that? I'm blanking on his name.
Ray Rhodes?
Yeah, who the devil coach?
Herm Edwards.
Herm.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was missing that.
I thought you were gonna say Ricky Waters was the devil. Didn't your dad think so?
Well, we did. My dad did allow
when the alligator armed that ball.
Yes, I went to that was the first game at the vet I went to, where Ricky Waters alligator armed over the middle, and my dad allowed me to throw a bottle onto the field.
That's parenting. See, that's what I'm talking about.
For who? For what? And then he ended up. That was his quote after the game, and then he ended up writing a book, and that was the title of his book. For who? For what? The Ricky Waters story. We almost had him on the show. We had to follow up on that.
I mean, Ricky Waters was a beast.
Oh, he was.
He was a fucking beast. Guys, I'm really proud.
Your
of
energy's
that.
low, Colby. What's wrong?
Well, no, just been. It's like Matt Foley having coffee for 8 hours, and there was only 5 college basketball games, so I didn't.
I mean, but quarterback
That feeds me. You don't understand.
Another starting quarterback got hurt.
Colby didn't get really
great.
excited that Trevor Lawrence got injured. We should get excited about the heater. It continues. Discord was 3 and 4, so that means our
He
consensus.
just
picks.
exaggerated that injury. It's like, dude, he looked like a guy like in fucking Normandy. Yeah, he'd being sent back to his.
Well,
he was
Adam Rosenberg had a great tweet because there was 2 guys like on each side walking him back, and he was like, "This, looks like you're walking a chick back from the bar." And it reminded me of every frat party from Penn State. 2 guys helping this tall blonde back to undisclosed.
I mean, it's like, dude, I get it. You got a high ankle sprain. It probably really hurts, but it was like you definitely made that look like his leg was falling off.
I mean, I remember
when he threw his helmet. I thought something snapped in his knee because off his reaction.
Colby, I remember my days in Blacksburg. A lot of chicks getting high ankle sprains on the regular downtown at the.
I remember one in high school where like a chick came running and she didn't see the curb. She was just pissed drunk at a party. She didn't see the curb. She came running out to the car. She just nailed the curb, ate shit right on the road.
That's a funny way to describe a really intoxicated lady.
And she was dressed as a pumpkin because it was a Halloween party. It was great.
She's dealing with a high ankle.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with
great.
that girl over there? Oh, she's just dealing with a high ankle sprain.
That's what I'm saying. I think we can relax. Everyone's like, "How could you laugh? How could you laugh
She'll
at
be
that?"
back in 4 to 6 weeks.
Come on. He acted like it was like he'd just been like a grenade went off by his fucking leg. You know? It's like, relax.
He was probably upset. Didn't feel good.
There was a back when we used to go out drinking down in South Bay, which is a great place if you're a younger person going out drinking all night. Highly recommend South Bay, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach.
You gotta be careful. Neighborhoods change, Sean. You never know.
Oh no, it's still I do some shows down at Hermosa Piers.
Accidentally sending someone to the wrong part of town.
No, dude, Hermosa Piers is nice as ever.
They got a great Colombian restaurant there.
Yeah, they got a bunch of good stuff down there. My buddy was a manager at a bar, Patrick Malloy's, and then the one night there was this chick sitting there, and this was like afternoon drinking. It was like 4:00, and she was just standing up on the outside patio, just pissing, like just soaking the entire cement patio,
like a city dog. I don't eat grass. I mean,
Sorry, that was the snakes.
I will say we've had some pretty hilarious moments in and around the Hermosa. I mean, I can remember a July 4th party on the Strand where there were some serious shenanigans going on.
Oh, there was that one girl walking around with she had a very low cut bikini bottom and did not believe in shaving her bush.
White
was
bathing suit too.
The low bikini bottom that had bangs. It was hilarious.
Just cut to later that night. Sean was drunk. Anyway, he was doing his best impression of her.
I was pulling I was like explaining like she's got her pubes hanging out.
You know, you ever seen like when there's like something happening in a crowded area? Maybe it's like some sort of vagrant is doing something gross, and you just see the crowd kind of naturally forming that buffer. Sean's plowing through the Hermosa Pier area, just basically his dick's out. I mean he's drunk, so he doesn't think his dick's out, but there's some, he's wearing a bathing suit and nothing else, and just the crowd is just partying. Full on Moses. Like people are like,
dude, have you ever been there for the big volleyball weekend? That
Pro
shit
volleyball.
Isn't that like every weekend?
No, but like their huge tournament it might even be called the U.S. Open. I can't recall.
It is. Probably,
that shit gets crazy there, dude. Everyone's a fucking idiot there. It's great.
It was a fun place to watch UFC because everyone was like, if there was ever a place where everyone felt like they were amateur MMA fighters, it definitely was.
That's like you go to Orange County beaches for that shit.
Bro culture is like 9.5 out of 10 on the Hermosa Pier.
I think it's worse in Orange County.
Maybe, but I mean, Southern California, stereotypes. Just
go to like fucking Newport Beach or Huntington Beach or something. It's like
just like the stereotype of Italian people in New Jersey is real. The bro culture in Southern California is very real.
Speaking of Italian stereotypes, shout out to the new item in our merch store. It's everyone's favorite backup quarterback who is better than the starting quarterback. Tommy DeVito, aka Dago Dimes, available for purchase in the merch store. Made with 100% Italian t-shirts.
Come on, dude, have a little class. Just the Italian thread count. It's a high thread count, straight off the boat from Sicily.
Paisan. Look at that thing. That thing is beautiful. YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast.
What's
no
it gonna
more
take?
dating times.
What's it going to take to get a Diego pissing Pavia shirt? Huh?
We got to get.
Can't make fun of them. You can make fun of Italians.
Well,
He's pissing on the other team's logo. Just do that.
we got to get a Calvin and Hobbes type.
Yeah,
Calvin likes to piss on everything.
That's true.
We got to get an artist to come up with Diego
because he's back next year. He's back next year. Those things will fly off the shelf.
I honestly, there's kind of it's not iconic, but there's certainly a Calvin and Hobbes image that everyone can think about where they're both pissing on the same thing. You can kind of work something out there. Maybe get him in the gear for New Mexico State.
I'm very proud of
some guns.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think definitely.
I think Hobbs maybe has some guns.
I'm very proud of the newest addition to SGPN.
What? Did someone have a baby?
We did have a baby today.
Who had the baby?
We got Bobby Knight there now.
Oh,
right. Bobby Knight, the bobblehead up front.
Let's see.
Can you do a little zoom in? How's this work? How's this work? Look at that right there.
I mean, you can kind of see it. I'm not gonna.
It almost looks like he's
chair.
He almost looks like a bullfighter because he's holding a red chair, and it looks like he's like a matador.
Yeah,
with the red chair.
When's the last time you threw?
I almost
threw
never
a chair.
did. Let me zoom in on Bobby.
Last time I threw a chair was after an Eagles game. It was a patio furniture at the Burbank house.
Just
smashed
that
it pretty good.
Sean, can you reach the head?
It wasn't a metal.
It's been a few years since I threw a chair too.
Show that bobble.
Oh, look at that right there.
The mouth being wide open is a little odd.
Just perfect. That just really ties the SGPN office space together. Wouldn't you say so, Sean?
Oh, yes. Ties the entire room together.
Awesome work.
Who needs a rug?
Technical team. The camera doesn't actually have a zoom. Nice work, guys. All right.
Hey, we got a bunch of picks to get to. We were interrupted during our touting, but I'll crowbar it into we're talking about Bet Rivers because hopefully you've signed up over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betrivers, available in 14 states plus Ontario, Canada. Shout out to you, Canada. Our good friends up north.
Wait, hold on. Isn't it like this? It's hey,
paisans up in Canada.
They got some paisans up there. They got dimes, right?
Sure, yeah. I mean, Rome, New York is pretty close to the border of Canada. There's a lot of high ties up there. And Bet Rivers, great place for some live betting. I mean, imagine if you were getting down on some of our picks. Last week we were a combined 4-2 on our locks. I mean, some of these lock percentages, I've
cooled off.
I hate to even mention that I'm 86% with my locks. That is fucking bonkers. Colby 64%, Kramer also 64%. We are just smashing it. And consensus picks right now. The Discord, aka the opposite of our consensus picks, is 15, 37, and 1. So that means we are a whopping 71% against the spread on picks we agree on. Take that to the bank, or even better yet, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betrivers. Get that risk-free bet up to $500. Problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And of course, we are brought to you by our favorite Italians, Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the National Football League. Make it part of your game day. I had an unfortunate loss for my Philadelphia Eagles. You know what helped drown my sorrows? Pretzel crust. I mean, just all that pepperoni piled high, surrounded by a python of flavor, aka the pretzel crust with golden buttery brown crispiness, with just those nice little salt sprinkles. It is like a delicious, salty, delicious donut, cured meats, delicious. I keep saying delicious, but I don't know how else to describe it. Just amazing. The cookie dough brownie bites, the Little C's wings, and top it off with some Pepsi. Delivery or in-store pizza portal pickup. Grab some friends, enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars, pizza.
Can we talk about how great our chat is that they're sweating out the only game going on right now? Cal Poly up 54-53 in overtime right now to Oregon State. That's on the Pac-12 network. So I don't even want to know.
Good luck finding it.
Yeah, they had to definitely subscribe to like a Russian television service to find that.
Played Cal Poly in the Sweet 16 Rugby Nationals in West Point many moons ago.
John Madden's
Cal Poly they were a legit team.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
We all got our ass beat by Army though. So that was the reality of the situation. You want to talk?
Bobby Knight was an Army guy.
Yeah,
I brought it home right there.
Not just him. Number of famous coaches went through. At one point, it was a great coaching. I don't know.
Yeah, enterprise.
Didn't Lombardi go there?
No, Fordham.
No. Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Bill Parcells.
No.
You're thinking
Parcells
of Coach K.
Coach K was there. Who else? Corso. Corso coach.
Was Corso at Army?
Corso coach.
Bobby Ross was at one point.
I think it was Corso. Corso's who I'm thinking of. Who, by the way, Corso has turned in. Kurt Herbstreit post videos.
No, Corso was at Navy.
Oh, okay, I was close. People will probably get mad at me for that. Herbstreit posts videos of Corso every week as if he's like a dog.
Herbstreit, I'm done with Herbstreit. Don't talk. He doesn't exist. Don't talk to me about Herbstreit.
I would say this: Herbstreit's attempt to justify what was going to
just a corporate fucking.
I heard. So
I lost all respect.
So for those who didn't watch the ESPN pre-game on Sunday, I'm in the office. It's early. They're doing that thing where ESPN's clearly forcing the NFL guys to push the playoff talk. The reveal was going to happen. Which, by the way, why are you having the college football playoff reveal kickoff for the early games of the NFL? Because you're scared of what people are going to react to. I'm watching this. And they have Corso on, and
spineless,
and he's laying out the case as to why Florida State shouldn't be there.
Spineless, and he's like, he tweeted he tweeted a couple months ago, just win your games, you'll be fine. Stop going crazy, Florida State fans. This is like 2 months ago.
It does very much feel like a political debate where no one is willing to be rational.
Dude, I lost all respect for him. But out of nowhere, Booger McFarland making fucking sense. But
where did he go to college?
What do you, LSU?
For some reason I thought he was a Florida State guy. I think you're right. He is an LSU guy. But yeah, I mean, because Booger has nothing to lose. Booger's got the best deal in content.
Oh yeah.
So Booger's not worried about what ESPN.
If you haven't done the math, they guaranteed Booger a certain amount of money when he signed the Monday Night deal, and they're like, "Oh shit, we can't. We fired this guy off Monday night, and then either you pay this guy to do no work at all, or you find him something to do."
And he's pretty good.
He's much better in like a.
He's actually quite good in the studio.
He's just not good at all in the booth. He's a fun like podcast guest. I've heard him on some.
I know Noah's saying that Herbie tweet was a while ago. I don't care. Like, to me, like he's like he's the representative for college football, whether he likes it or not. And to me, like, he's basically like trying to be the Madden of college football. And to me, to go up there and be spineless like that, I thought was pathetic. I lost all respect for him.
I
don't.
Spinal. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's certainly. It's a very interesting conversation to try to explain to someone with a brain that you're having a playoff for a sport, but what happened during the regular season isn't actually that. It's relevant to like it's like a resume, right? Your resume has to look good enough to get in the door. But once there, it's like, oh no, I know your dad.
And to me, like, they're not gonna fire you. You're bigger than the sport. It's like Madden. Madden at one point got so big that you could really say whatever you feel, right?
But you have to understand that this is Herbstreit. Who does he work for?
That's what I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't have fired him. They wouldn't have fired him. He's a suit. He's a fucking suit.
If Sean and I needed you to have some,
that would be great.
No, I would not. I would not.
Colby, we got a massive ad deal from the college football playoff. I'm going to need you. Oh my God, that would be the dream scenario.
Let me tell you something right now. Kirk Herbstreit,
4 of the best teams square off in the college football playoff.
What is
only
check
on
this
ABC?
Out. Check this out. He's worth. I mean, he makes what, $4 million just on college football a year.
He makes way more than that on the prime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, to me, you have money to say fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're above the sport, and for you to sit there and lay down like that for those
Sean's walking off.
I lost. That's what Kirk Herbstreit should have done. And he didn't. And I lost all respect.
I understand. Like, I'm willing to say I understand the argument that you don't want to put a team in with a backup quarterback because it's going to make you think it's going to make the games worse. But you also have to recognize how ridiculous that sounds. You're saying that subjectively, you think that these games are going to be better because what Vegas thinks, basically.
Well, and you're saying it just defies the logic in the whole history of any sport.
Just don't play the games.
Hey,
just don't play the game.
Like I said, whether you want to use Doug Williams, whether you want to use Jeff Hostetler, whether Kurt Warner wasn't supposed to start, Trent Green
go
came
back
in,
and find.
How do you not name Nick Foles?
That's what I was going. I was going chronologically.
Find the clip of Herbstreit saying that you can't have a playoff because the regular season in college football is too meaningful. We can't devalue the regular season, guys.
Yeah, you just deemed a whole conference.
Look,
did you guys just do the college football episode?
Nope, we're just we're gonna if you want a more detailed conversation, Wednesday we'll be breaking that down.
I'll be defending the committee. I think they got it right. Someone who has to watch these or gets to watch these games. I want to see Alabama play over Florida State.
But that's the problem is you also like someone like Colby can't say with a straight face like, well, these games are gonna be fucking good. Like they are gonna be good.
But I find it ridiculous that anyone thinks like for sure that Alabama would just destroy Florida State. We just watched Alabama 9 days ago struggle against a terrible Auburn team that just lost by 21 to New Mexico State.
Again, this is college football continues to be the dumbest organization in all of sports.
Yes.
And we'll stop talking about it because at the end of the day, they continued to not realize
they got the 12-team playoff.
They make fucking movies.
No, that's going to be corrupt. You're seeing this. They're just going to do that.
But they make movies about underdogs winning stuff. They make movies about it.
If you don't get in the 12-team playoff, I have no tolerance for your pitching.
I like Donnie in the chat. He goes, "Come on, Colby. FSU has no QB now. Auburn's had no QB all season, dude. What the fuck? I mean,
like, here's the craziest part is how easily people are like, yeah, they don't have the whatever, and it's like, so wait a second, should we have a standby team in case a quarterback gets hurt in the first round? Should we have a team on standby that we can rotate in? It's a silly argument if like just don't play.
I mean, that's how great seasons are done. But when you see the backup come in,
Colby, this is the perfect way for the 4-team playoff to end. And at the end of the day, maybe this is just
zero faith. I'm like Danny Cannell was saying, I have zero faith that they're going to do this next year. They're only going to put the Big Ten and SEC in.
But you know what's going to happen next year?
What's that?
Yeah, we're going to watch the games. So
of course, I want to watch these bowl games with third stringers. You know what I mean? We're still going to watch.
I'm just saying that 12-team playoff. The debate is just hot over like which 3-loss team deserves to get in more. All right, we're going to go to Knoxville, Tennessee, which sometimes they're a football school, and definitely right now they're a basketball school because Rick Barnes, I think we love to hate him and we love to love him. They're taking on George Mason here. How much is George Mason being paid to get out, come out here to Knoxville, have a good time, and be 15.5-point underdogs? The problem with fading Tennessee in any of these situations is they can always just smother teams, especially the way that Rick Barnes teams play. They're going to work hard. And I'd imagine there's some recruits in the house because they're laying a big number.
Well, they've lost 3 in a row, so I think that's the tricky spot.
But George Mason can
good game versus North Carolina.
George Mason can hit the 3, 16th in the nation. And their George Mason's, defense is pretty solid. Number 5 in the nation at defending the 2. I don't know. 15.5 points is a lot for a team that. I get it. They come back home after losing 3 in a row. You would assume they get up, but that doesn't necessarily mean get up for a blowout. I don't know. I think 15.5 is too crazy. I'm going to take George Mason.
You know, they went out. Kim English. I think this game's actually set up because their former coach Kim English, who's now at Providence, it was a former Barnes assistant, and they were doing that. But then he jumped to Providence, so they went out and hired Tony Skinn, who played on that Final Four team for George Mason with Jimmy Larinaga, played point. And he has really done a great job thus far for way ahead of schedule. I watched them at Toledo the other day. I was really impressed. I think they can cover this number. It's a tricky game because momentum in Knoxville, momentum is a real thing. Like if they come out and they're cold for a little bit, they could lose by 30. But I think they're athletic enough to stay in this game.
Back-to-back road spot for George Mason, second road game of the year, and I think. So we talk about fading teams on their first road game, but you also have the element of Tennessee has been on the road, Purdue, Kansas, North Carolina. Those are 3 top level teams playing them all away from home. Now you're coming home and playing a team that you're going to have a talent edge on, and you're mad, and you're a Rick Barnes team, and you probably have recruits in the house they're paying top dollar for. I think the boat race possibility is there.
No, it's definitely there. Even with me taking Mason, I'm a bit terrified of the beginning of that game.
Not proud of it, but I'm in on Rick Barnes this year. That team's fun to watch.
That is disgusting act.
Even that North Carolina team. You think Rick Barnes is proud about giving up 100 points? They're gonna fucking destroy George Mason.
You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
That's embarrassing. How many times a year does Rick Barnes give up 100 points in a game?
Especially in November.
That's embarrassing.
Or just early December.
Florida,
whatever, yeah.
Florida Atlantic, who I've had. Sorry, Sean. Who do you get? You're taking.
Yeah, I'm George Mason.
Okay.
I'm with Colby.
Yeah.
Colby sounded like he was flip flop.
I'm a bit terrified of the 100-point performance, but I'm still on Mason. You got to remember, the George Mason, start
Kramer,
your football program. Start your football program.
He's just laying the groundwork, and we have the Colby. Some of the Colby followers making it over to the chat. Please,
Oh, yeah,
what did
welcome.
Colby select on his show? Did it match?
Yes. See,
You've already done the pick show.
already did it. George Mason was picked.
Okay.
Oh,
so
we're
you're sticking
getting-
with George Mason.
The name is Dundee.
We're getting the leftovers.
Did you
Kramer.
know we were getting sloppy seconds?
Well, I gave you guys a boost.
Oh,
all right?
you brought your people. That's right. Welcome to Colby's people. I see Noah in the chat.
And I want to apologize to the chat because this is kind of like
Oh no.
this is kind of like when you sit down on an NFL Sunday. I know we're on the you guys do
of
NFL
course, thank
and you get that fire first 10 a.m. game out here or 1 o'clock Eastern. And then afterwards, you get what the
sleepy.
Afterwards, you get like the Browns against the Bucks.
Jamming the Panthers.
You know
and
what I
the
mean?
Bucks
This is
down your
kind of
throat.
the
When the
Browns and
breakfast
the Bucks.
burrito
You know what I
hits
mean?
Get a little sleepy.
This is like the old the HBO shows. They do like tune into HBO.com for the after show. That's what we're doing right now. Artie's about to tell Joe Buck to suck his dick again. Florida Atlantic heads to New
You're
York
taking
City.
me to a dark place. Yeah, I'm gonna take you there, and you can blow me, Joe.
Do you think everyone has seen that?
I don't know. That's a great question. In the chat, if you haven't, please Google Joe Buck on Artie Lang on Joe Buck's show. It's
fantastic.
Joe Buck had a
Joe
show
Buck had like
for
3
one
episodes.
Fantastic.
I thought it was just that one episode. They made more episodes after that. Artie went on HBO, and Joe Buck, professional like sports media man, got told repeatedly to suck a dick.
Joe Buck live 3 episodes.
Oh, you're right, John. Wow. How'd they let it go to 3?
I don't know.
Must have already put him in the can. All right, we're heading to New York, where that show was filmed. We got
The Garden.
The Garden. What are we playing?
Double
for?
header. This and then UConn, North Carolina.
3:30
Yeah.
Wow. 3:30 on the West Coast. We got FAU, Florida Atlantic, the Owls taking on the Fighting Illini. The Owls are laying 2. I watched them dismantle my Hokies, and I said, Colby, do they have the same team from last year? He's like, they're all back.
That was the most impressive thing because
They're all back.
To let you guys know, today the transfer portal opened and over 1,100 players entered in college football. So the small schools get just plucked. Even one of the best players for San Diego State's now at Arizona. Like FAU, I don't know what's going on. I know they had some NIL money, but I didn't think the
Where's
old folks
that,
home had
Boca?
that much. Yeah, Boca Raton,
Oh,
the
they
old
got
folks
some-
home.
They got some money. I mean, you have to think of it this way: the NIL, all they got to do is like run a little multi-level marketing campaign.
Oh,
Next thing you know, they got 10 mil. You know, like bang
Just
bang
call up
boom.
some old people. Yeah, give us your credit card number. We'll tell you if it's lucky.
I mean, they had one guy graduate. And they really brought back everybody.
That's
here.
pretty awesome.
Pretty impressive, including Vladislav Golden.
Is why is this game in New York, Colby?
The Garden. They just do all these
Showcasing
and
basketball.
Yeah, it's just one of these things that. Yeah, I mean, this, like I said, they follow it with UConn, North Carolina.
Is this one of the most? Is this the most classic dome there is?
This is a Jimmy V, isn't it? Isn't this Jimmy V?
It probably
classic?
is. Yeah, they've been running the ads like
Jimmy
ad
V.
nauseum.
Jimmy V classic. They've been doing this for a while. Look, as much as you guys love Jimmy V, he also
Proud Italian American.
I have my beef with him.
He would probably wear the Dago Dime shirt.
Have my beef.
What a fitting tribute to Jimmy V week. Colby calling him out for what game did they refuse?
Well, he
to play?
became the athletic director of NC State, and ECU beat NC State at NC State, and we stormed the field and tore down the goalpost.
Happy Jimmy V.
And then
week.
he says he's never going to play them ever again. He took them off the schedule. So look, he had a great run in '83. Rest in peace. But you were still a little bit of a pussy. All right, can we call a spade a spade?
I will say, having your team practice cutting down the nets is an all-time like onions play.
Yeah, well, we
if
didn't
you don't
need
win anything,
Yeah.
then players are like, "Yeah, it was this weird
But-
thing where we were constantly
but-
practicing cutting nets down."
Here at ECU, we didn't practice taking down the goalposts. We just took them down, baby. Let's go.
This is weird. He's programmed to hate Jimmy V. I think
Evetta pointing out FAU does play well in the Garden, but hard to. Are we fading Illinois?
100%. You got this team. The whole team came back. They're battle tested from like real games.
Yeah.
This is one of those kind of scenarios.
Also, Illinois
where
not the same. If they were a home dog here, I would love them, but they're not the same team away from home.
I just think in general, there's a certain element to playing in these neutral site, like juiced up games, and FAU clearly has the experience. Again, I watched them play against my Hokies, and they made they're like the Russian.
Clean.
They made no mistakes.
And they have a Russian as the center. You know what I mean?
I'd like to see them get cut.
Consensus FAU.
So I can believe that they bleed. Providence.
Discord, enjoy Illinois.
Oh yeah, you losers. Brent Bielema might be in attendance. Who knows? Providence heads to Norman, Oklahoma, to take on Oklahoma. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Oklahoma laying 5. How's our boy?
Let me ask you.
Is this the first time we're talking about Porter Moser this year?
They've been playing good.
How are we feeling about him?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, okay, you got Porter Moser against Kim English. How many guys do you know named Porter? How many guys do you know named Kim?
That's it. Is it KYM or KIM? Okay. I don't think I know any.
Kim Jong Un.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you know him, right?
Well, Sean, yeah.
You were with Rodman.
Sean went
right?
to
Me
that.
and Rodman were a part of the peace delegation.
And
played
you
a couple. Played a little one-on-one.
You were there just to meet Carmen Electra, but she didn't show, right?
Also, that follow-up online seminar on leadership.
Yes.
Oh boy. So yeah, I mean, Providence has we were at first the note was okay. Ed Cooley's gone. We don't love this team anymore.
That was your note. I was still on Providence.
I'm taking us through the journey. Well, you faded them at first too.
No, I've been on Providence the whole time. Go back to the sheet, Ryan. I locked him up, baby.
And you start talking. I'm gonna have to
maybe you guys bullied me into fading him once. Quick sidebar: Cameron Kerr, producer for the Golf Gambling Podcast, said that he would dress up as a Friar to go to this game in Oklahoma if someone tweets him a screenshot of them signing up with Underdog Fantasy.
Oh wow!
Promo code SGPN.
Wait. So he just has Friar gear with him right now as he's traveling.
Yeah. Check it out in the Discord. He tweeted out a photo. Maybe Josh can go into the college basketball Discord and pull that photo. Because he looks, it kind of reminds me of like a bathrobe my wife would wear, but he has to have some like Friar hair too, because the bald head is really what pulls it off. And Cameron has a nice head of hair.
The date was November 16th.
Okay.
We were picking a game for the November 17th.
Back into the left.
The game was in the Bahamas, Nassau to be specific.
Oh yeah,
and we took Kansas State against Providence.
Domestically, I've been taking.
Got it. My bad. Apologies for that.
Now look at this.
Wow.
YouTube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast. If you haven't signed up with Underdog,
it looks like a fucking Star Wars character.
I know. Sith Lord Cameron over here.
I gotta be honest. Like, what's he doing on the road here?
Yeah,
some swingers
I
party.
have no idea what
you got.
Lebowski
He's
Fest.
one of those
Lebowski
guys
Fest?
who will get penetration.
Don't want to blow up his spot, but he was really into the parade stuff at Texas A&M. Perhaps maybe they're doing some rituals behind the scenes there. I do, Cousin Mush is a ticket holder.
I did go down a deep rabbit hole. No. So Leach went viral yesterday because of his comments on the playoffs. So I'm just randomly, I click, why is Mike Leach trending on my Twitter? Oh, wow. And the first thing I got was his reaction to Texas A&M fans. He goes, they're not really in the Army, right? And he goes, it's the weirdest tradition ever. I think I should start a pirate school, right? It was Leach, man. I miss that guy. That guy.
All right. So Porter Moser laying 5 points against Kim, who we other than Kim Jong-il, we don't know any other men named Kim.
I'm on Oklahoma, man. Oklahoma's playing really good. This is a far trip. They were down there. Providence was down there in the Bahamas. They've been traveling all around. I think they go into Norman, and I think Oklahoma deals them a tough L here.
I was bullied into fading Providence in foreign waters, but I'm not gonna fade Providence on American soil catching 5 points. This is a good Providence team. This is going to be a game. It's going to come down to the last shot. Love Providence +5.
John Hughley, Jalen Moore, some of those guys that they went out and got. I just think this team's way more athletic. Remember last year they had those two brothers, the Groves brothers from Eastern Washington.
But just all-time footwork guys.
Yeah. Porter Moser realized, what am I doing? I'm at Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I can't be. I'm not at Loyola. I don't need Krutwig. I can go out and get guys.
Here's what's going to happen in this game. Sean's gonna watch Providence and watch them miss free throws and be infuriated by the fact that they suck at shooting free throws.
They're not bad. They're they're not great, but
typically Sean doesn't like to take these types. You got
to make exceptions. Ryan, you're on Oklahoma,
of course. Big Porter Moser guy. I know you sided with Sister Jean, but all right, heading to Princeton, New Jersey. Beautiful out in Princeton.
You know they have the longest winning streak in America right now.
The Princeton men's basketball team.
I believe so.
Laying 8 points against Drexel. You put this on the card. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. You put this on the cards. So Sean would take Drexel, I assume.
Well, yeah.
Is Princeton running?
Take the bait.
A lot are wondering, and I'm sure you don't cover this kind of. You probably don't cover the games in this level of depth on your show. But is Princeton still running the Princeton offense?
We don't talk offense and defense. We just strictly
just picks.
Yeah, just
the picks. This is a big number for Princeton. That's the start of the
dude. Princeton has been fire this year though.
But Drexel's defense is really good. Are you worried about the Dragons unleashing it on Princeton? And this is I know some kids who went to Drexel. They probably applied to Princeton. They probably thought like, oh, hey, there's a legit regional rivalry here. Philly, New Jersey. Philly always thinks it's better than Jersey because it is.
Where's CJ Sullivan?
Yeah, Drexel Dragons. I love them here.
I think you're right though because
their defense. Look at that. Look at their.
Eight's a big number. Eight's a big number. I think Princeton probably wins by 5, 6, something like that. Give me the Princeton Tigers. We Tigers here on the show.
Imagine Coach O on the Princeton campus. Fourth straight away game for the Dragons, and they have another one after this. So brutal stretch of schedule here. So how they look, they really stepped up against Villanova. I think this would classically be a handicap where Sean would say a little bit of a letdown spot here because the big rivalry spot, the step up spot where they just upset crosstown private school pussies, aka the Villanova Wildcats.
You can look at it two ways. Yes, huge letdown spot, or this Drexel team is legit good and they hung around with the Villanova team and they can certainly hang around with the Princeton team.
Give me Princeton laying the points.
Wow.
Classic situational handicap by me. Something I'm very good at. Wisconsin heads to East Lansing, Michigan. Michigan State's got a new football coach. Yes.
Yeah, that's Wisconsin. Hitting the road. They're going to be stapled to the floor here. Tom
this is
Izzo.
like Woody Harrelson getting off the train and White Man Can't Jump when the Wisconsin boys show up to Michigan State.
And Michigan State hasn't played since Thanksgiving, where they lost to Arizona in Palm Springs.
Laying 5.5. They're going to fuck Wisconsin up.
I'm with you.
This is a great spot for Michigan State at home with a bunch of rest against Wisconsin. This is why you have Tom Izzo to win these games. Michigan top 10 defense all day. Michigan State.
Real quick alert to the audience. I've just noticed I've yet to take a dog. Could be one of those cards, guys. Could
all
be one of those cards. Oh, last time I did that, I went like a scorching hot 11-2, I think. So come at me.
Discord ends up with Wisconsin plus 5.5.
Oh man, they got Wisconsin and Illinois. A lot of staples on the floor.
Hey, you know what else Discord can get? Hello Fresh, baby. That's right. Say hello to a stressless holiday season with the help of Hello Fresh. Skip the grocery store and save time with easy, tasty recipes delivered right to your door. I don't like cooking, not good at cooking, but Hello Fresh makes it super easy with their 15-minute meals after a long day of work, aka drinking and watching sports all day. Hello Fresh. You can turn busy weeknights into memorable meal times with delicious, practical options designed to save you time, like their 15-minute meals. You got to host a holiday get together, whip up a little Hello Fresh. Over 45 recipes, more than 100 seasonal add-on items to choose from every week. Just go to hellofresh.com/SGPN free and use code SGPN free for free breakfast for life. Are you kidding me? One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at hellofresh.com/SGPN free with code SGPN free. And as I mentioned earlier, Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Sign up there, get a 100% deposit match. Of course, get in on all the college basketball pick'ems. Let's see, Colby. What do we want to? Any pick'ems jumping out at you?
Yes. We got a lot for tomorrow. They have folks. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, they have like a ton
FAU,
of the games.
Illinois.
Yes. We rode.
Why don't we talk Tennessee? You like anything in Tennessee?
Let me go to that game. But we did ride Vlad Putin for FAU over the points there. But for Tennessee, let's go. I will say.
It's I want to meet the people putting out all these products.
I am actually thinking for Tennessee, give me Santiago Vescovi lower than 9.5 points. He's kind of been a non-factor. I mean, he's been playing solid, but I mean, like scoring, he hasn't been lighting it up lately. I'll take lower 9.5 points for Santiago Vescovi because you got to worry about this. If like Kramer says, and Tennessee blows them out, those starters are going to be benched.
Oh,
good point. And
smart.
what do you like with Vlad Golden there for FAU? Higher points.
We took the higher 13.5. That was a Noah Beanick special. Shout out to Noah. He's doing articles covering this over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Noah's always doing great.
Yes, he is. He has been killing it with these underdog fantasy pick'ems. And again, get the 100% deposit match, free $100 underdog fantasy promo code SGPN.
And just real quick before we get back to the games, something popped up in the chat. Oh, here we go. And there is a profile picture, so we can put it up on the screen. But Donnie Kirkpatrick, can we speed this along to see what Moneyline Mac thinks? He and Colby are the only thing that really matters.
You know what I love?
Wow.
You know what I love? That's,
coming at management, Ryan.
That's the he's using the name of that's ECU's fired offensive coordinator.
Wow, this guy really trying to get in your pants with this guy. All right, let's move. This next game, very very electric. Sean, I think might be, as Moneyline Max said in the chat, this might be my dog. Villanova heads to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Big Apple, where Kansas State and our guy
Wildcat Bowl, Wildcats against the Wildcats.
There's so many cats in college football. Are catching 2.5. Wrong team favorite. I'll say it. Give me Kansas State. Colby's going to disagree with me. I'm surprised.
I'm actually. I had a hard time here because Villanova has hit rough seas lately, but
they lost to Drexel. That's pretty low.
But I'll say every time I watch K-State, I go, this team's not very good this year. And
Villanova 82.4% from the line. I know they just lost to Drexel, but man.
You love that free throw percentage.
Well, it matters. I mean, look at that KU game that we locked up. They almost blew it just because you missed those free throws at the end. I'm with Colby. I think you got to take Villanova here.
That's what I think. I think Villanova's team's a little more experienced.
We got a Tower and Pisa here. Come on, no leans, Colby.
I thought. Look, isn't Little Caesars doing a lean pretzel crust?
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Wait,
I think they're experienced
on your show. No. What the hell's going on the college experience?
We are no lean network.
I was told you pick every game.
What are you talking about? You just did an ad read for like Lean Cuisine or something.
HelloFresh.
You know
HelloFresh.com
that's
/SGPN free.
That's completely unrelated.
Get a Tower of Pisa sponsorship and you can lean all day, Colby.
Hey, there's one of those over in by LMU. You know what I mean?
All right. So here's the handicap. Isn't it just simply Villanova?
I think Villanova's experience.
Villanova often
they're more experienced than Kansas State right now. So that's the difference for me. I don't feel great about this game.
They're a shit shooting team,
which is why I said I leaned this way.
He's leaning again. They're on the road. Wait, is this their second true road game? Villanova lost on the road at Penn earlier this year.
Oh, look at other losses: St. Joe's, Drexel.
They're just they get their ass kicked in Philadelphia. Other than that, they're fine.
Doesn't that get you fired? You can't lose these games.
He might be getting fired.
But they've lost to all the teams in Philly.
No, he's got a long leash.
That's the funniest shit ever. Villanova's fallen a long way. When's Jay Wright coming back? Who comes back first, Jay Wright or Coach K?
or Orgeron?
Back. I've heard rumors.
No,
you don't think he's going to coach next year? His life is
incredible. His life, he just like travels around. I saw him give a speech to Notre Dame before they played this year. He just gets paid to go around and give speeches, and he's like, LSU gave him $20 million, not the coach. Right. He's sitting there on South Beach.
He might be running short on money.
Fucking hot chicks, you know what I mean?
So you're taking Kansas State.
No, I'm taking Nova.
Just checking.
Nova. Let's roll.
All right, big rivalry spot here. We're heading to Athens, Georgia for Georgia Tech versus Georgia. 4:30 on the West Coast. Georgia laying 5. Blue Cane, unfortunately, has been moved into more of a role-playing activity.
Georgia Tech just beat Duke. They stormed the court.
Yeah.
Simple analysis.
Less
Give me the
-5.
Bulldogs
Yep.
-5.
Yeah,
Mike
I mean,
Snow White.
normally I like taking the dog in a rivalry game, but to your point, anytime you storm the court, I auto fade you the next game. It's just that simple.
Did Drexel storm the court against Villanova?
No, they started breaking down Princeton right after.
Okay.
Yeah, at mid court.
I just wanted to make sure you were holding that handicap is a strong one. I agree with it. Obviously, I'm still on Blue Cane, even though the coach has his minutes down for some dumbass reason.
Georgia Tech for the Discord.
Yeah, loser Tech school, by the way. San Diego State heads to Phoenix, Arizona to take on Grand Canyon. 6 p.m. on the West Coast. I know that Grand Canyon was getting some preseason buzz to win the.
CJ tried to bet him to win the national championship.
That's when I taught CJ about the email in the idea you have for a bet, and sometimes they'll grant your wish. San Diego State, our gals, tough spot here, but another team that is a little bit battle tested, and even this season they've already played in some nice road spots or not home spots. So you're gonna have to talk me out of taking our gals laying the 2 points here, even if they're not supposed to be the favorite.
I'm on Grand Canyon, man. San Diego State needed a buzzer beater against UCSD last week. They haven't looked as good as I thought they would. They probably will by the end of the season, but this place gets fucking bananas, dude. This is like one of the sneaky, crazy home court environments.
You get all hyped up on Dr. Pepper.
Wasn't it an online school a couple years ago?
I think it still
I don't
is.
wanna
Right
be
now.
disrespectful.
You can still. They do have a big.
But they show up. All right.
They do.
They commute. The Antelopes are live, dude.
Great offensive rebounding as well. You love that in a matchup against San Diego State. If you can get offensive boards against a team like San Diego State, you can beat them.
Love the guard play, man, and that's going to be interesting to watch. Is the way Tyon Grant Foster and Colin Moore and Ray Harrison, how they do against the defense of San Diego State. I think that's the key. They have to shoot well, but I think this play, the energy of the building is the difference here. Give me Grand Canyon.
I mean, that didn't sway. That wasn't that confident.
What happened when San Diego State went to the only other lit place they went to was BYU? Same situation.
And we picked BYU. That's a good point.
BYU won.
Was it elevation?
That's a good point. And I was dialed in that time, and I knew to pick against them. This time, not so fast. I don't know. Don't have a good handicap, but Colby didn't sway me. I gave him a chance. Why we're picking this next game? I didn't clear this.
So wait, who are you taking? You taking San Diego State?
That's what I'm taking a lot of favorites. There, right?
The thing to do is try to say who you pick.
Oh, you must not be listening to the show. Now, as to why we're picking this game, we're heading to Provo, Utah. Evansville and BYU. BYU's laying 24.5. We don't have to pick 13 games, Colby.
Well, I'll be honest. I had some other games, but I thought this was the best game.
Oh, okay.
But I was shocked at the line. So,
what do you mean? You think Evansville has a chance?
I do. And look, they're holding aces. They are the purple aces, baby. Give me the purple aces and the points all day here because this line is ridiculous. I understand Provo. You got to go into the Super Soaker. It's a tough place to win. However, come on.
They hung around against. Well, let's see.
Dude, they're 7-1. This is a good basketball team.
Sean,
they did destroy St. Louis Pharmacy.
Sean.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What is that?
Their
Are they
NIL
the fighting
sneaky.
OxyContin?
Sneaky NIL collective. Dude, they beat Chattanooga. They beat Northern Iowa.
Boy.
They dump Percocet when you win the
Sean,
game.
we've seen this before.
They took down Travis Lexington Steel with Miami.
It is when Colby likes some crazy dog here. You have to be a bit suspicious, but I will.
Dude, 24.5. And get this, BYU has Utah on deck.
Yeah,
the
I was
Holy
gonna
War
say,
is a couple days away.
The look ahead is real for BYU. I'm actually with Colby here. Give me Evansville 24.5.
I'll lay the points.
Has BYU played St. Louis Pharmacy yet?
We're working on that.
Checking that one out right now. Oh no, they haven't. Wow, look. I mean, yeah.
Hey, maybe you want to go to this game and maybe you're in the Provo area. Looking for some last minute tickets? You can grab them over on Game Time. Download the Game Time app or just go to Game Time CO. Game Time tickets are really the perfect holiday gift for the college basketball DGen in your life.
Hashtag Degens only.
Nothing like experiencing college basketball in person, storming the court, feeling the sweat in person. And when you use our promo code SGPN, get $20 off when you sign up. Head over at gametime.co, your go-to app for the last minute tickets, or just download the app. Promo code SGPN, $20 off. Perfect holiday gift for the DGen in your life. Gametime.co, promo code SGPN.
I was reading the chat. It seems like Colby brought a lot of his people screaming about Evansville. Are you guys a cult about Evansville? Like the program?
They're holding aces, buddy, and you're holding nines. All right.
All right. Well, when BYU shoots lights out because Evansville does not defend the 3-point line, you can say, "Can I borrow that snorkel mask?" 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
Where is our snorkel mask?
It's in the other room.
Okay.
I'm not taking it out yet because I'm fucking.
Did we have a snork song, Sean?
Oh,
what happened to it?
I'll have to dig around for it.
What do you mean?
It. I can get you a soundboard where you don't have to delete things. Wow. You can go deep. All right.
But does it run on a 12-year-old iPad? Because we only deal with the 12-year-old iPad. Unfortunately, that's the last upgrade that Sean's compatible with. Oh, Oklahoma State. We're talking Salukis again. Yeah,
don't let the dogs get hot.
Salukis taking on Oklahoma State.
Covered for us in Moscow. Should have won it outright, but missed a field goal.
Oklahoma State laying 1.5. Any dead cattle this week to commemorate this great basketball matchup?
Have you been to Southern Illinois? Like I've never been to Carbondale, but I've been to Southern Illinois, and there's a lot of fucking farms out there. You might get some dead cattle.
Listen, a lot of these states are better to fly over than drive through. You know what I mean?
I found the snort clip.
I am an East Carolina fan.
No, wait, here it is.
565.
Oh, you got
Do I still have a lisp?
3 times.
I think Blake Bortles is better than Dak Prescott. Just sipping that beautiful whiskey you guys gave me for Christmas.
Can I get the Blake Bortles take again?
Yes.
Do I still have a lisp? I think Blake Bortles is better than Dak Prescott.
See, this is why Colby works for us.
You know why I hate that.
That's
that
a great
clip
take.
is because I was quoting your take, and so people think I've gotten
Colby.
DMs saying, "Dude, you thought Blake Bortles was better than Dak Prescott."
Wait,
I'm
what?
quoting you, buddy.
Really? Is that true?
Go back and listen to it.
Well, I'm not going to go back and. That seems
go
like
back and listen to that episode. I'm talking about the NFL draft.
The defense lawyers aren't going to go find the glove. I mean, you're going to have to do a little bit of work there. Oklahoma State laying 1.5. All right. Yeah. I mean, why Southern Illinois again?
They beat them last year in Stillwater.
Just in general, though, the second time we're talking about this little baby school here.
The Missouri Valley is legit, buddy. Where would Virginia Tech finish in the Missouri Valley?
I just got to get them riled up
because I think they'd probably be middle of the pack.
Okay. Yeah, I am a little worried about Coach Young and the boys, but it's early. We're working through it. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're picking this game, or you put this game on the board to take Southern.
Well, no, it's a great game, and Southern Illinois is good. Xavier Johnson's a fucking stud, and Carbondale's going to be rocking. I know Sean likes to read. Look, I know we do good in New York City or Philly or LA, but it's the small people out there in America.
Colby, in my mind, there's no small people. If there are small people, they certainly aren't in Carbondale.
Yeah, those
Indiana.
Are Midwest a little bit like maybe large.
Illinois.
Large to
I'm
extra
quoting
large.
the movie Christmas Vacation where the guy is saying at the beginning, and he's like, it's small people like you who make the difference.
Oklahoma State horrible from behind the line.
Oh, no.
That will be the difference. And the Salukis, don't let them get hot. They are very good behind the arc. 26 in the nation with the 3-ball. I'm with Colby. There's a reason this number is so short. Give me the Salukis as the small home dog.
Have you been to Carbondale?
I don't think I have.
What do you mean you don't think?
I spent like a week in Southern Illinois in my late teens, early 20s, and I was intoxicated.
Oh wow!
I was intoxicated for a long while. I don't think I went there. I'm fairly certain I didn't, but You know,
I will
I don't know
also
what towns I was in. I was
in
in
honor of Stone Lebanon. I will also take the Salukis, and you know, if you ever meet Colby in person, ask him about that time he was working a highway construction crew in Southern Illinois and might have come through Carbondale. I hear the talent there is.
I can work a Bobcat better than most. All right.
If you ever want to, I'll never forget. I don't even know where I was going, or maybe where we were. Maybe it was outside of Charlotte, but we stayed at this motel, and this like highway construction crew was also staying there. You want to talk about some?
They can put some back.
Some rugged motherfucker.
Yeah. How was the meth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not me.
Road crew
like,
guys can drink like
especially
none
the. I mean, you're basically you're like a carny, but your carnival is the fucking highway. North Carolina. Wait, so Discord can have Oklahoma State. I mean,
Kramer on the Salukis.
You know, gotta support the Southern Illinois. I can't support Oklahoma State after those atrocious acts of animal cruelty. Apparently, they carved a message into the dead carcass as well. I do like how a lot of the news stories pointed out that the cow was dead ahead of time. They didn't kill the cow. Also,
he died of natural causes.
Yeah, it died of a natural gun to the head or whatever they normally do. North Carolina heads to New York. This is the nightcap for that the New York the MSG Classic. I assume Gus will be calling these games. Yeah,
I was hoping to be Marv Penny on the head at Alberts, but it's not.
You know, the young people won't.
Gus? You think Gus does that?
Maybe he's kind of like a Fox guy now.
Because Because Marv Albert had it was a prostitute, and B, he had her panties on his head.
Think about it.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
It's like the Mick Jagger thing. Like a guy like Marv Albert, he so much pussy he had to get weird. You know? Had to get into that strange shit. Just like Dwight Howard. That's mind your own business.
Wherever
30 for 30 on
Marv Albert lays his wood is his business.
Oh, everywhere. Yeah. So UNC UConn, hell of a matchup here. Hard for me. UConn's good. I mean that UConn Kansas game was excellent. I have those are two Final Four caliber teams.
Well, they got Tristan Newton, and he learned how to play basketball at East Carolina. That's where they got that championship pedigree. And
have you seen a better team? I mean, UConn's good.
Yes, they are very, very good, and that's why I think we hammer the -5 here, because I think they're.
Who is the kid they? I think they mentioned he was a transfer. Maybe Rutgers. Is there?
Yeah, but he's injured right now. I don't think he's playing in this game.
I watched.
Let me do a quick injury check. But you're talking about Cam Spencer.
I watched Dan Hurley talk about him, and just the delight he was speaking about that man.
Yeah.
It's hard to want to fade UConn. Kind of a big number, but North Carolina will let you stretch it out, and it feels like.
I can't take North Carolina there. They surprised me against Tennessee. But
that was at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to MSG. This is like a UConn home game.
UConn,
yeah.
Well,
if you've ever heard neutral, but UConn is going to be. Huskies will be barking.
Listen to Hurley talk, or any UConn person talk about the Garden. It's their home. They believe it's their home court.
Yeah, this is.
There's one guy out there would defend it. His name's Slick Rick.
Sure, but UConn certainly just watch the game, like Sean said. UNC is a proud fan base. They will not have this crowd.
No.
6 p.m. on the West
UConn
Coast
all day.
Heading to Waco, Texas. Seton Hall taking on Baylor. Haven't caught a ton of Seton Hall this year, Colby. How are we feeling about the what is this, year 2?
Yeah,
year 2.
It's year 2.
Yeah, year 2.
I kind of like them. I mean, Kadari Richmond's a stud, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know if they're there yet. I still, they'll probably be in the NCAA tournament, maybe. Bubble
First road
team.
game. This is a tough spot for them.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they're going to Waco, and I actually think most people will take Seton Hall.
Really?
Because it's at that big
Public
of a
dog?
number. So I actually think we ride Baylor here.
Simple
Public
system.
dogs have fleas.
Seton Hall has not played a true road game yet this year.
Baylor looking ahead to Michigan State on Saturday, maybe?
No.
Probably not, right?
No. I mean, this is a big enough of a, like, you're having, I mean, it's not a huge game, but you're having a Big East team come to your place. I don't think you're just looking ahead to.
You're right. Yeah. Baylor rolls.
You got Seton Hall, Michigan State, Duke, and then you got a couple.
And Seton Hall has Rutgers on deck. That's that Jersey battle.
But man, anytime you just glance at the Big 12 basketball schedule, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
There's not really a bad team in the conference.
Yeah. Subscribe to the Big 12 experience.
See what I did there?
Yeah. Big 12 college experience. Let's go.
Oh, you got to get the name right, Colby. Do better. Baylor, lay the points.
Everyone is on Baylor here, laying the big number. Discord on the Seton Hall Pirates.
I have 2 dogs. Indiana heads to Ann Arbor, Michigan to take on the Wolverines. Michigan laying 7.5, and just as a university to see them overcome this adversity. I mean, they
talking about Indiana.
I would
Bobby Knight's death.
So yeah, I mean, what's the deal with Woodson in Indiana? How we feeling?
He played under Bobby Knight.
Yeah, that's why they like him there.
You know, I just did the show, and they talked me into this is our old school rivalry game, man. This is like I thought at one point in the 90s it was like a top 3 rivalry in college basketball. But they talked me into taking Michigan because Michigan's lost 3 of 4. They just lost to Oregon, and this is Indiana's first road game.
Wasn't that a little draining for Michigan?
And it's Indiana's first road game. So I took Michigan on the show because they talked me into it. But play my music. Where's my theme music? All right. I just got a Bobby Knight fucking bobblehead today. It was written. Give me the points in the Hoosiers.
Someone's mentioning tragic magic in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's the tragic magic?
Bobby Knight died.
Oh, I see. This is the first game since he died.
No,
that's not how it works. You're confusing.
No, the whole season is honoring him.
You're confused.
Mike Woodson
they're not
played
gonna win
for
every game. That's ridiculous.
They can cover.
Yeah,
it's a rare game where Indiana has the free throw advantage over Michigan.
You know what you got to do, Sean?
Michigan's good, just a little overrated.
You got to come up with a power index.
I actually no. I'm back on Michigan.
Sean,
I'm back on Michigan. I forgot of all the injuries Indiana had.
Sean, you need to start posting
I'm staying with
your college basketball top 10, but it's just based off free throws. Just based off a free throw handicap. Simple handicap. Indiana's first true away game is this game. Give me Michigan. I taught Colby.
I'm on an
there.
island. Give me Indiana.
This is
Michigan minus the points.
Yeah. See, Colby, way to get it.
Oh,
give me my theme music.
We played the Benedict music for no reason.
Do we have? Do you have theme music?
I got a lot of theme music out there. All right.
Play my theme.
Ryan also has theme music.
I want a dick rubbed on me tonight.
It's not quite as catchy. But you know, we'll see.
How did that digital lisp get put in my voice there?
Oh man.
What are you doing over there in my voice?
Time for the locks, dogs, and a bonus lock. Of course, brought to you by
I'm sorry. I don't condone AI to replicate someone's voice. That's not cool.
Hall of Fame bets. Head over to Hall of Fame bets for your parlay optimizer, HOFbets.com, or download the app in the App Store. Use the promo code SGPN. 50% off your first month. What are you doing, people? Great opportunity. We were using this, Ryan, to get some of these sweet parlays to hit. Jake Browning. Ryan had a great stat on Jake Browning. Rushing touchdowns in college, that cash for a nice plus 1100. Go to HOFbets.com, download the app, use the promo code SGPN 50% off your first month. You're going to like it. And if you don't, you can cancel. It's no big deal, but you're going to.
All right. Do I go first?
Yep.
All right. What did I say? Early on, I said with a lot of confidence, Michigan State is going to fuck up Wisconsin. You can lock that up. I also said I was pretty confident about Tennessee laying all those points. Yeah, let's do it. Tennessee laying all those points, dog. Kansas State on the money line.
One of your two dogs.
Nice little yapper.
Thank you.
All right, for me, it's pretty easy. Give me Georgia laying the 5.
Blue Cane.
Fading Georgia Tech after that big upset win. For my other lock, give me UConn, the Huskies in MSG. Lock. That's how you.
It's a great lock.
Nice lock. For my dog, don't let the Salukis get hot. Don't let the dogs get hot. AKA Southern Illinois wins on the money line.
You're gonna make fun of me, and then you're gonna take that.
No,
shit.
I also have a small dog. You know what? Actually, Providence and the Friars shocked the world. Providence on the money line. It's a man-sized dog.
I mean, it's
Colby.
still cold in here.
What do you got?
We're locking Florida Atlantic -2 in New York City. Get this Illinois bullshit out of here. We're also locking up UConn. Little New York City parlay. New York City.
I like both of Colby's plays there.
All right. I'm gonna keep it Northeast. Drexel money line against Princeton.
Oh,
that's a bad pick.
Unleash the dragon. Give him the thong song, Colby.
Can we get that on the board?
Love it when the booty goes da da da.
It's, just that part.
The dong.
No, just the booty.
Guys like dumps, trucks.
Whenever
say
we
it again.
Whenever we talk about Drexel,
How can you not think of the Drexel Dragons and immediately think of Cisco?
So we had
his crazy ass dyed hair in that video.
We had a
So he went to Drexel, huh?
Not in a million years can I remember this guy's name right now, but in high school there was a talent show. And one of the dudes in my class went up there and fucking like in a Speedo danced. I don't know if it was a parody or not, still to this day, but was up there dancing to Cisco and the thong. And oh my God. I mean, what a time to be alive that kind of music was being made.
Terrible. Parlay? We got a little parlay.
Ooh, all right.
Sean hasn't been into the parlays.
Yeah, I know what's going on. He's doing the slots.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
Slot. How's the slot?
I don't even know how to phrase. I like your New York City parlay. Why don't we just do an FAU UConn?
I like that little New York City 2-step. You know what I mean?
And if we, you guys, I was gonna say we could also sprinkle in the Manhattan, but we disagree on that one. So yeah, I'd say let's just go to the prime. Everyone's gonna watch the primetime games. It's on Fox.
Keep it chalky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it is a little chalky.
If it's gonna be on Fox, then definitely we're getting Gus calling these games.
Actually, no, that's ESPN. Jimmy V is always ESPN, right?
Then we got Raftery, or is he on Fox?
Onions.
Can someone tell me who's calling these fucking games? I don't want to watch some bullshit.
FAU UConn for the parlay.
We can put Michigan State in there too if you guys want.
I like that. Could we add Michigan State? Let's have a little.
All right.
Little blue blood parlay. Only teams that have been to the Final Four.
Those are the
past 10 years.
Yeah, that's
Michigan. Michigan went. Michigan went. Nova went. I don't know. Anyway, let's.
Colby doesn't like to look in the rear view all that much. Just only forward.
On Wisconsin.
So just to be clear, the people that came to watch the real show, it's already happened.
Our friend Jay Billis is on the call, by the way.
Oh, Jay's on the call.
Yeah. Billis,
friend of the program.
He said Rafferty is likes to knock some back. We got to get Rafferty on the show.
We got to get Jay back in the show to get a follow up on the Coach K gardening techniques.
and we got to get him spreading the rumor that Coach K is coming back. He won't. I texted him. I'm like, it would be funny if he did. He just doesn't respond. So
he's a serious journalist.
He is,
and a lawyer.
Keeps himself pretty serious.
Yeah,
all buttoned up, Jay Billis. All right, got some locks, got some dogs. We will be back tomorrow night talking probably tomorrow afternoon talking Thursday night props. Colby, what do you got over there?
Colby just and Sean will just add.
Can I send this to Josh?
Yeah, send this to
Josh.
Let's go. We'll play it on the way out. It's. Let's just put it this way. Somehow it just happened to be in Colby's. Oh, someone Colby.
Just tagged me.
Brock Lesnar has a daughter who's competing in collegiate athletics. Worth putting on the screen as we get out of here. But I would not want to compete in the Oklahoma drill with her.
Low athlete wins. Oh man. Now that is definitely Brock Lesnar in a wig, right?
I mean, it is related to him. So
what? She's doing
kind of how it works. Yeah.
Oh man, she must be able to toss that thing.
Yeah. Looks adopted.
That's a great line. All right. Thank you as always for everyone for tuning in.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn the notification bells on for YouTube so you never miss a live moment of the show. Toss us a nice rating review over on Apple Podcasts. Always appreciate that. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean Second Money Green. He's Ryan.
Oh, excellent episode, guys.
Kramer, let it ride.